Today, I'm going to show you how to play Behemoth by Electric Wizard. For today's lesson, we are using a 1995 Epiphone G400. This is a Korean-built model and the same guitar that Just Oborn used for the first several years in Electric Wizard, really all the way through Witch Cult today. And I think it's safe to assume it is the guitar that he used on the self-titled record as well. One interesting tidbit about the self-titled Electric Wizard album is that it is in C standard tuning as opposed to their more typical B standard tuning, which was used from Come My Fanatics onwards. So we're in C standard today with a set of 12 to 56 strings. For today's lesson, we're going to be running the Does It Doom Walpurgis as a true preamp, running it directly into an actual emulation of a KT88 based power amplifier. So no amp is being used in this lesson at all, just running this thing into a clean power amp. This is of course our full emulation of a late 60s, early 70s Laney supergroup amplifier being boosted with a modified Dallas Rangemaster. I couldn't help but feel like this thing was giving me major Electric Wizard self-titled album vibes as we went through development, so I thought it would be really fun to use it here today. If you want to find out more about it, check out the full specs and demos. You can head on over to the website. I'll have a link directly below this video. And as always, you can grab complete guitar and bass transcriptions for this lesson and every other lesson on the channel in Guitar Pro and PDF formats over on Patreon at patreon.com/doesitdoom. I'll have a link directly below this video if you want to check that out. But for now, we're going to start out with a quick demo, then we're going to come back and break it down riff by riff. Check it. So once again, we're in C standard tuning for this one, and it is played in the key of E minor. Now, if we were in standard tuning, this would be the G minor position, but because we are tuned down 4 semitones or 2 full steps, we're in the key of E minor. This one uses a lot of the E minor blues scale and also throws in a few of our really doomy intervals as chromatic passing tones. The first riff goes like this. So first part here, you've got a root up to a flat fifth, to a minor third, then to a perfect fourth. So that's all blues. Then the second half of this riff, you can see you got that flat seventh up to that root. Once again, that's blues scale. Then you've got this walk from the perfect fourth through the major third to the minor third, and a root to the major seventh to the flat seventh. Just some really doomy chromatic intervals. Notice the bend here on that minor third up to a major third. Then the two palm mutes on this walk down. Then we've got basically the same riff played an octave higher using single notes. So instead of the root notes here, you're an octave higher here, and you've got this trill and this bend release at the end of those two phrases, but otherwise the same riff. If you're enjoying this lesson, remember to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Next riff goes like this. There's no real live footage of this song being played, so I'm not sure if that's actually the correct position. The notes are correct, but you could play it higher on the neck if you want to. That just sounded most like the record to me. So first half, you've got this walk down the blues scale. So you got a root, a flat seventh, the flat fifth, the blue note, the perfect fourth, and a minor third. Then the second half of that riff, you've got this blue note again to the perfect fourth, but then you're going to trill between the flat seventh and the major seventh. That palm mute on that perfect fourth. Also note that I'm bending this minor third up to a major third. Once again. Then for the final riff in the song, we are going to roll off our volume down to about halfway. That Walpurgis is going to clean up beautifully, just as you would expect of a Rangemaster Laney supergroup combo running into a clean power amp. The final riff here goes like this. So as is pretty typical for Just, you kind of got this riff that builds and has these slight variations throughout. Once again, you're using that major 7th chromatic passing tone with your volume rolled down. Then you're going to start throwing in some bends. Then, of course, there's a really great lead over that section of the song. I've got a full backing track here on the channel. I'll also have a link to that. The backing track has a full scale on screen, really fun to jam over it. I highly recommend it. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell for more weekly Doom content. I want to send out a huge thank you to everyone who supports this channel over on Patreon, with a very special thank you to our Riff Lord and Riff Messiah tier producers. For more content just like this, you can click the YouTube card directly below me. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, you can do so by clicking that round subscribe icon. So until next time, always remember, Tony Iommi is your friend.